there's just two things that are bugging me a bit visually as we go down in size. One is that as we get smaller, we still get some horizontal scrolling, but that's confined to this one slideshow. We can fix this by going to the containing flex slider div here and setting the width on this instead of to 515 pixels to auto. As you can see, that brings in the right navigation. However, it makes it so that if we click next, the transitions will be a bit off. This happens because when Flex Slider initializes the slideshow, it expects a certain width for each item, and we set that in our index.html file to 515 pixels. So that's what it's expecting. The automated sliding works fine, however, and so one solution here is to simply hide these elements when we get small enough. That way they don't overlap on the text, and we don't get any funky pagination. Now for usability, it seems like this is a bit of a compromise, because for smaller screens, it'd be nice for the user to know that they could click these icons to go to the next and previous sections. But we're gonna go ahead and make this compromise. You can think of this as simulating what it's like to get a slideshow totally functional within a certain deadline. So now I'm going to navigate to where we set this width here in our SCSS file. We set it in our snippet slideshow. Specifically, we're setting it at this breakpoint right here. So now the idea is that when we get to our smallest breakpoint, what we're going to do is set the width to auto. I'm going to hide this sidebar here so we have a little more space to work with. So I'll copy this and paste it in, and I'm going to copy the breakpoint smallest, and we're going to set the width to auto. Now again, we're using max width here, and so after we get this squared away, let's change this to use min width. So we'll set this to auto. Let's save and make sure that that's happening here. I'm going to refresh in the browser. Okay, so as we get a little bit bigger, past the breakpoint smallest, we get our navigation, and then as we go smaller, at some point that navigation will start to show on either side, regardless of the size of the browser.